What's up guys, Barry Gaming here, back with some more AFK Journey, and today we're going to be talking about the new Hypogean tank hero coming to the game in just like 2 short days. Phraesto, I believe he's pronounced. Phraesto, yeah, that's what I'm going with. If it's wrong, leave a comment down below. I hate making people rage over my pronunciation, so if it sounds wrong, let me know. This is going to be the first hero coming to the game since the release, when it's going to be coming on the Stargazing banner, potentially. So, he's a Hypogean, he's not one of the normal factions, so he's only going to be in Stargazing. And before we jump too far into it, one thing myself and a lot of the other content creators are pushing for is, much like in AFK Arena, in AFK Arena, you can use diamonds to use summons on the Stargazing station. I'm hoping we can push that to this game as well. I'm pretty sure it wasn't like that in the very beginning of AFK Arena, but let's be honest, it's 2024. Newer games need to have these things like right away and not slowly leaked out. But yeah, let's go over this hero. Let's talk about him because he potentially could be very meta-defining, and we'll have to see if this is a hero worth going for compared to Reinier. But let's be honest, free to play, you should just be going for Reinier anyway. He's the safe bet. This might take a spot for like the second Celestial Hypogean you go for. Let's jump right into it and let's talk about it. One other quick thing before we get into it, I almost forgot. This hero will be available immediately in the guild store. So if you want to start saving up your guild coins, that will be an option as well to slowly start acquiring his copies. But again, Reinier's probably the better bet. Now let's actually get into this. Let's get going on this video because he looks amazing. We fought him in the story mode. Again, we know he's a tank hero. He has a range of 1, which means he is going to be in 100% melee range. One of the few heroes that has like a range 2 that's also a melee is Corrin. That's kind of how you can tell the difference of them. And he is a magic damage dealer, which I am a personal fan of magic damage dealers. He is a tank, so I'm not sure his damage is going to be insane. Don't count on him being like Dream Realm type heroes and stuff. However, there might be some unique situations like the Alpha Bear and stuff. He might have some usage. We don't know for sure just yet. But the cool thing with him is immediately when the battle starts, he's going to have a duplicate summon of himself that the enemy can't tell which one the real one is and the duplicate is, which makes it very difficult. But this is the first summoner tank hero, which does mean heroes like Florabelle are going to shoot up in value and usefulness in this meta. If we take a look at the battle right here, this is his ultimate going crazy. I love that animation. It looks so cool. And then he does it again. Huge AoE right there. It looks like it's like a 2-tile AoE range there. He's applying debuffs to the enemy. Really awesome ability. And then of course, if we take a look, go back just a little bit right here, watch this ultimate right here. Boom. You'll notice too that the illusion can do the same thing. So both the main version and the illusion version can use their ultimates and do damage. Now they did mention when you're placing the heroes, you'll notice like a second like illusion pops up that you can place. That's gonna be kind of important because positioning will matter. And technically you could put the illusion at the front and put your main version further back for better survivability. That could be something really cool, but placement is also going to be a very important thing with this hero because he does give buffs to heroes placed behind him, and those buffs are going to be different depending on if you were placed behind the original version or the illusion summoned version. One thing this battle doesn't really do a great job doing, like you can see the little pentagram essentially right under their feet. I can't really tell what type of buffs they're giving though, because like there's no actual buff icon here, and I think that one is Brutus's main one. So that's interesting. And the other part is you can have additional, yes, additional summons out, it looks like. Although maybe not. It actually looks like there's 2 on the battlefield. I don't know why they were showing this one, because if you look, the little red glow around the target is the illusion version, whereas this one is like, it looks like 2 regular versions, so I'm not quite sure exactly what's going on. But they did give us a little preview without the actual damage numbers on his skills. So he's called the Misty Scorpion Phraesto. Man, they got him all the way up to Paragon 1, it looks like. So, Crimson Contract. Phraesto and his illusions each sign a permanent contract with different allied heroes positioned behind them at the start of battle. And then it has an active portion of it that deals damage in front of enemies 3 times. or sorry, to a frontal enemy, same thing. So again, it doesn't go into detail, and I know why they're not doing this, just in case there's last minute changes from when they made this video. But again, yeah, we don't know exactly what that buff is giving here necessarily, but it's interesting. We also have Vicious Sting. This is actually using his scorpion tail here, at least one of them. And it says, Phraesto inflicts an enemy with paralyzing venom, making them lose HP constantly, which I think is that like heart icon we keep seeing over the enemies, and reducing their stats. So we don't know exactly what stats yet. We'll have to see. Maybe it's like maximum stats or something along those lines. We'll have to see. Wow, that's an amazing pause point. And then the ultimate, Futile Echo. This is the one that has, again, a passive effect and an active effect. The passive one basically sacrifices max HP to summon an illusion who can cast skills, which happens, it looks like, at the very beginning of battle. And then the active portion deals damage to nearby enemies, which also restores energy. So this is kind of like a granny type ultimate where you start absorbing HP back when you use it, probably based on the number of enemies that you hit and the damage you're dealing. But beyond that, it is a good AoE skill potentially, and it might be pretty solid here. So you can see the range too. Let's go look at the range of that real quick. So it looks like you can go 2 tiles in any direction of where you're placing it, and then beyond that it looks like there's 2 tiles of damage too. Unless, yeah, it looks like basically he selected the middle target right there. So he selected right here, which means it goes out to there as well. Yeah, maybe you can place it, I don't know. We'll have to see how the manual activation of it does work. If you're able to place it here, then it's probably going to do a circle over here. We'll have to see how it actually turns out. But you can see all those debuffs going on them. That is pretty solid, and it seems to be a pretty big AoE. Beyond that, like I said, you can see the healing he's going to have too. Looks like he's got a couple like 6 and 10,000 heals on it, another 9. Does he do it again right here? No, not just yet. And then when you do get him up to Mythic Plus, I'm kind of sad they don't at least show you the hero focus too. But at Mythic Plus, you get Foggy Whisper. Phraesto deals damage to an enemy and stuns them if the illusion is defeated before he is. So it's almost like you might want to let the illusion be right up front, because that's going to buy your team even more time with more crowd control effects. He's a magic damage dealer. Again, another hero that might synergize well with Ulsa because of the CC effect. And then he just re-summons that creature back, the illusion back. You can kind of take a look real quick. I cut this down. Oh, why you got to do it? Yes, play it again. I'm using like the old version of Windows Media Player just because it's got such a smaller view to it of all the tasks and everything. But you see right there, he is defeated, and then it goes over and hits. And doing a lot of damage right there as well. And then he immediately gets summoned back. Didn't really look like it took any HP from him. So I don't know if that's just a bug or if it's something we'll see. I don't know. But that's a pretty long stun too. That is a pretty long stun. So Phraesto, is he going to be good? Is he going to be bad? My guess is, considering he is the first hero that we're getting here, I think he's going to be pretty overpowered, to be honest. We'll test him though. I'm going to try to get enough stellar crystals to at least get him to Mythic Plus. Most of the Celestial Hypogean I'm keeping at Mythic Plus. Going to Supreme Plus is a little bit difficult because it costs 6 additional copies. You go from 8 copies to 14 just to go from Mythic Plus to Supreme Plus. But we'll see. I've been buying up all the good packs that pop up with stellar crystals, so we'll see. Hopefully you guys enjoy this one. Leave a comment down below. Let me know what you guys think the hero is going to be like, and then we'll test him out and let you guys know if this is a hero you need to start saving for. See you guys next time.